This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We got the whole crew in town. Look at this. Sunshine. Hey, welcome back, Sunshine. How are you doing? Joe Delamora, David S. Cameron, Rami. Not sure if that's actually you, but David S. Cameron. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's well. We got a long one today. We're in Queens right now. We're going all the way out. If you look at the thumbnail, that's the trip I have ahead of me today. We make a quick stop in Nassau County first. That should be in about 20 minutes or so. And then all the way out east. Let's see. So this here now, this is Conduit. So we're still in Queens, Howard Beach, Ozone Park area, about to head towards the Belt Parkway. Cousin Polly! Yeah, Cousin Polly hopped in here before too. Well, all right, let's close the windows up. Bit chilly today, 63 degrees. It's 12:30, just afternoon. Again, we're going to Nassau County, Long Island. Go pick up something there real quick. And then out to the Hamptons. Ooh, big pothole. Big pothole. We'll have some highway driving today. A little street driving once we get off. Hopefully it's not too bad of a trip. Let's get over here on this guy. so we can get ourselves on the Belt Parkway. Kennedy Airport is on to the right. This is all the long-term parking for Kennedy Airport's here on the right. So if you would, taking a long park here, take the monorail over, that's just here off to the right. Yankees for life. What's up, buddy? Driving too. Be careful out there, Yanks. I'm sure you got a lot of raucous Astros fans out there to deal with. Joe Delamora. Hope you well. Tinek, how you doing? All right, so this is our entrance onto the Belt Parkway. A little heat going in here. It's a little chilly. Alrighty. Midday traffic on the Belt. I'm sure we'll hit a little backup coming up soon, but it really shouldn't be too bad at this time. Classes are back in session. Everyone's in school. Everyone's working. Yeah, it was a rough one for the Yankees last night. I had my dart league last night, which the darts starts at 8 o'clock. So it was actually kind of weird because we were playing darts game blasting in the background, so it was a little jarring. It's funny though because literally everyone on my darts team is a Mets fan, so they were somewhat interested, but you know how it goes. They'd love to see the Yankees go down. Oh man, this is the Belt, heading east on the Belt Parkway. Hotels on your left are your JFK Airport hotels. We're clear here, David. Good. I'm afraid once we get all the way out east, what it's going to be like service-wise. But hopefully it holds strong. This is a trip, obviously, it's a lot more crowded out in the Hamptons during the summertime. Hamptons is the summer getaway to New York City. We're just going to touch the beginning of it. If you look at the thumbnail, the Hamptons pretty much start, where we're going, and then they go further out east all the way to the tip of Long Island, out to Montauk. You guys might recognize that name. He comes here every once in a while. Aldo. Yeah. No, this is you are 100% correct about that. I was actually thinking about it. I might throw some music on once we get a little further out, because I know everyone likes to come in and talk, but in terms of an exciting ride, we're going east. We're going away from Queens, away from New York City. It does become a bit of a flat, open, dull ride going out there. But there might be some people interested in just seeing what it looks like, seeing what it's like to go out east. And I understand. And you're right, David S. Cameron. Montauk is the extreme eastern tip. So from where I'm gonna go, if you travel, without traffic, another, I don't know, call it about a half hour or so, 35 minutes, you would get out to Montauk. You'll see once we get out there, the highway ends and it just turns into a 2-lane road. Yeah, David S. Cameron. I think we could do that. Maybe I'll take you guys on this first pickup on this first early stop, which is going to be in 20 minutes, and then after that, if you guys want to listen to some music, we could do it that way. Here's a little backup. This traffic shouldn't be terrible. It's not showing too bad on my on my screen. Just a little back up here. Yeah, no, we can do that. I don't want to do it too often, as you guys know. It becomes an issue. All right. Again, this should clear up here. This was the problem. Any of you that were with me on Sunday morning, this was the problem area that I had to avoid and had to go a complete different way to Long Island. This just looks like some midday volume. Giovi, how you doing? Yeah, no, Aldo. Yep. No, I understand. You are 100% correct with that. It is generally speaking, the ride out there, it's not very exciting for sure. You go through the pine barren regions of Long Island. You're correct about that. Yeah, the traffic out there is brutal because once you get out to that point that I'm going, again, it just turns into, it's one way in, one way out, and it's an extremely popular summit destination. So me myself, I typically, I'll go to Rockaway Beach, Queens. Since that's where all my friends are. They're on the beach every weekend in the summer down in Rockaway. So I fortunately can avoid the Hamptons during the summer. Although obviously I'm going out there for work now, but I could pick and choose my times to go out there, which is great. That was our little backup, not too bad. Big curve here at the Laurelton. This now becomes a Laurelton Expressway. Claudio Perry, you made it. Good people. How you doing, Claudio? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are well today, Claudio. We'll go up to Cross Island to make our first stop. If we were going straight out to Southampton now, we would go Southern State, but I have to make that one quick detour up by Garden City. New York Mappa, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining. I will be. Well, yeah, that's just what I was about to say. So I'm on the Bell Parkway now. I have to make a stop by Jericho Turnpike in Garden City Park. So that's going to take me up to Cross Island into the center of Nassau County. Um, from there, then I'll I'm just looking at the GPS now. It wants me to just take the Long Island Expressway all the way out to the Sagatos, and then come down the Sagatos, but yeah, we'll go Sunrise Highway, Southern State. That's what I'll probably do, New York Mapper. Because as you know, you could take 495, out all the way almost to like Riverhead and then cut down around there. Kind of wish I was just hopping on the Southern State here right now. David S. Cameron, cool. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in. Ah, yes, I know where you are. I know where you are. I was hoping to do this a little earlier in the day, but at this time, might be a little difficult. Alrighty, so this is the entrance to get onto the Cross Island Parkway. Cross Island Parkway North. New York Mapper, you have a very cool channel. I was saying in my last stream that I enjoy maps. I can kind of almost picture the map of New York and the surrounding area off the top of my head. It's just been an interest to me. So it's a pretty cool channel that you have. I think I know of how I can kind of at points bring a map onto the screen. Assassinino, how you doing, buddy? What's going on, man? Good to see you. I think I can, share the screen, but I would have to have my laptop with me also. It's doable because I would like to have points bring up the map to show exactly where I am. It's just not easy using the mobile version of StreamYard to. Well, I don't think on the mobile version of StreamYard I can. I would have to have a second device. But there are plenty of times where I wish I could pull up a map and have it on the screen also. Would make things make a little more sense on here. This van's a little lopsided. Look at this thing. You think he's got some extra weight on the right side? Yeesh. Passing Belmont Park now. Belmont Park on the right. UBS Arena, home of the Islanders. Also home of the Belmont Stakes. Hempstead Turnpike. There's the UBS Arena on the right. And traffic is moving quite well at the moment. Yeah. Claudio, can you share New York Mapper's channel if you can? All right, so the move here would typically be to get off Jericho Turnpike, but I'm going to go one exit north and get off at Hillside Avenue. I'm liking Hillside coming in lately. Okay, no problem, Claudio. No problemo. Copy. Here, David S. Cameron, here you go, buddy. You might find that interesting for sure. All right, let's go Hillside Avenue. Maybe this wasn't a great choice to get off this exit. Let's see. Are we gonna get through here? Let's see. Let's see. Who's gonna make a move? Who's gonna make a move? We're not gonna get through this late. That's all right. Gives me a chance to hang out here for a second. Hey, Caramel Hall, how you doing? Good to see you, Carol. We're actually still in Queens, about to start heading east on Hillside Avenue, then heading out to the Hamptons. There you go. Thank you. Assassino. Man, 60 degrees now. And colder. You got it, New York Mapper. Okay. Hope I'm not too late getting out there. Okay, let me check something out here. No, okay, so my first stop is expecting me, so that shouldn't take much time. And then we can continue on. Mr. Sutton is in here also? Oh, Oliver Sutton. Hope you are well. All right, let me. Okay, alrighty then. See, this is why there's gridlock coming off this exit, because you get this red light right here after you make this turn. Guests, copy. Post comment. That's just in case anybody wants to hop on and say hello. I'll pin that. Okay, Hillside Avenue, heading east. Still in Queens. We'll cross the border into Nassau County, Long Island on Hillside Avenue. About a couple of miles up. 249th Street. It's speed cameras galore over here. Make sure you keep it under 35 miles per hour. Coming up on Little Neck Parkway. Hey, New York Mapper, thanks for dropping in, man. Appreciate it. And same to you. Little Neck Parkway. Here's our halal food cart stands. I know you guys always asking like for that New York experience, and I always mention those, halal carts, chicken and lamb over rice or salad. I go with just the chicken and the lamb over the salad with the extra white sauce, a little hot sauce. Tell them to hold the rice. But you always get great, great, great food at these stands here. A lot of good Middle Eastern food in this neighborhood. Tons of vegetarian. You got the falafel. Good stuff. All right, 261st. See how I'm doing with my time here. Okay, about 10 minutes to the first stop. That should put me there around 1 o'clock. Yeah, be cutting it close. I told them around 1:30. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. Hey, Joe Delamora, you too, buddy. You have a good one, bud. You see this plane coming in here? That's going into JFK Airport where we just left. Flights come in, they go out over Long Island and they turn around and they come all the way back into Queens. So that flight right there is going and landing right where we came from. Man, these lights. I can go through it like that lady just did. She's just gonna get caught at that one up there. They're all out of sync, these lights. Jeez. All out of sync. Getting hungry. Claudio Perry. You ain't gonna see many. You are not going to see any. Once we get onto Long Island, maybe on the highways, you'll see like the state troopers and stuff. But yeah, no, it's a free for all these days. It is a free for all these days. all the little petty crimes that Rudy Giuliani really, really, really clamped down on. I mean, I was a teenager around those days, so I remember what it was like, growing up as a teenager, and then in the neighborhood, and I remember what it was like when he really clamped down on the broken windows policy, and everything became a big deal. It's a lot different now. It's a lot different now. So we just crossed over into Nassau County, now in Long Island. You can tell the street signs changed, the lights change. You're now in the suburbs, Long Island. We have to go a few more blocks. Let's see if we can get through this light. It'd be great if we can get through this light. Nice. Lakeview Road. This is a nice town. This is New Hyde Park. New Hyde Park's basically right in the center of the island. As soon as you cross in from Queens, you get here, New Hyde Park. And New Hyde Park's big because it stretches all the way basically to Garden City Park, Mini All area to the south. Claudia. Yeah, that too. That too. Well, being a police officer out in the suburbs here has always been a very desirable. They get paid well out here. The thing was, you always wanted to be a firefighter in the city, and you wanted to be a police officer out here in the suburbs. Because FDNY, Fire Department in New York City, it's a paid force. It's not a volunteer force. Out here on the island, it's mostly volunteer, fire departments. Like in most of the country, I gather, except for like Philly and Chicago, but I gather that most of the country operate off of volunteer, fire departments, which is Long Island is also the case. But in New York City, firefighters get paid very well. They're city employees. They get their pensions, their benefits. They risk their lives, obviously, but they do get compensated very well, as opposed to risking your life just to volunteer to risk your life. On the other hand, um, being an NYPD officer, I know people like you always had. It was mainly a generational thing. If your family was involved, if you had, you know, your father was a cop, you were going to be a cop. More of that down the line, and it was more that your pay sucked right off the beginning. But then the move was always to try to get out to the suburbs because they really, really take care of their police officers out here in terms of salary and pension and benefits and the whole nine yards. Hello, Arlene. Thanks for joining. Hope you're well. Got to make this right up here. These people are killing me. Okay. Come up to Denton Avenue. I want to make the right on Denton, go down to Jericho, and that'll be our first stop. Hope you're well, Arlene. Thanks for joining. All right. Let's see if we can make this right up here. We have the arrow, but it doesn't look like this person's too aggressive, moving too aggressively towards it. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right, so this is Garden City Park. Garden City Park, small town. It has this industrial side to it, which you're going to see here. Rodri, how you doing, bud? Hope you're well, Audrey. You see Garden City Park. It really nestled right in between Mineola and New Hyde Park and Garden City. Fake Code, what's up? Teresa Murphy, how you doing? Hope you're well, Teresa. We're almost at our first stop. This guy's setting the pick. Setting the pick. This is Jericho Turnpike. So we're facing south now, but Jericho Turnpike, we're going to make this left to continue on east. Now, first stop is right. I can see it. I can see it. We're almost there. No, you people are crazy. Nice. Look at that. Just wonderful. Unbelievable. Thanks, Claudia. Much appreciated. Alrighty. You guys are great. Good times. Yeah, Roger, you guys, a lot of people from the same neck of the woods in this chat right now. Who's beeping? They ain't beeping at me. I'm pretty sure that light's red in front of me. I think they're beeping at that woman in the right lane. They wanted her to make that right on red, but as you know, once you leave New York City, you can make the right on red. Friendship Lights, how are you doing? Hope you're well, Friendship Lights. Alright, this is Jericho Turnpike, but we're going to turn off of this here and go down all the way down here. Gotta get to this warehouse back here. Alrighty. I hope they have my stuff ready for me. I don't got time to be messing around. And those of you, Assassinino, if you're still with us, check out this M3 right here. Bam! Let me back up a little, give you a better view of it. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Bam! M3. Look at that. All right, guys. I will be right back. Okay? Be right back. It's never easy. Never easy, guys. I'll be right back. Just drop right on top. Okay. Yeah, we made a delivery with the truck yesterday, and they brought this even though it was canceled. So they made me just come to get this. Okay. Okay? Okay, thank you. Alrighty. And I'm back. At first, I didn't know what I was here for, but the street is just because he's just at the curve. But yeah, look at that thing. Look how nice that thing is. Alrighty. Yeah, Claudio Perry. Yep. Yep. Alrighty. So we got that. Now we're off to the Hamptons. Gianni Catalano, how you doing, buddy? All right, let's see what my ETA is. Let's see what my ay 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 ay. Ay. Lady, go. Go. Unbelievable. 220. Ugh. I better call her. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yikes. Or maybe just email her. Hmm. Decisions to be made here. Decisions to be made. Yeah, Rodri, that was he was just going. I guess he was hoping that we would stop for him. He was just going. They go those big vans. All right, let me just shoot her an email. I gotta pull over when I can. So this is Mineola now, crossing over from New Hyde Park, Garden City Park into Mineola. Mineola is the county seat. Let me pull over just for a quick second, just so I could shoot this email with the new ETA, which would be 220. Hey, so sorry, but is 2 225, okay, that's my ETA to you guys. Sorry, delayed. All right. Well, hopefully that's a positive answer. Otherwise, we'll be we'll be turning around real quick. Although I got a trunk full of stuff for these people, so I don't really want to hold on to it much longer. We got another customer. That's okay. All right, let's go. All right, Jericho Turnpike, traveling east. You have the very popular high school Chaminade on the right. Chaminade High School, big time, big money private school here in Long Island. Probably, if not the most popular, one of the most popular schools out here. Chaminade High School. They're a juggernaut. They have an endowment that's not probably not too far off from Harvard's. Put it that way. I think Bill O'Reilly attended the school. I know Co-Train speaks about Portuguese food a lot. There's a big Portuguese population right here in Mineola, and a lot of good Portuguese restaurants on this strip, actually. I need to get off of Jericho Turnpike because this is we don't want to be sitting in traffic this early in this trip. That's for sure. Okay. Hopefully, I didn't miss anyone. So yeah, out east, that's what David. We refer to the Hamptons because the eastern portion, all those towns, they broke it up into different towns. So you have, I'll probably miss a few, but you have. Should I get off here? We'll stick Jericho out. You have West Hampton, Hampton Bays, Southampton, East Hampton. You have Amagansett, which I believe is considered part of the Hamptons. So you have, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 different towns that are considered part of the Hamptons. The specific stop that I'm going to right now is in the town of Southampton. Although if you look at the map, it's traveling out east, I think you hit West Hampton first, which makes sense, and then Southampton. Oh no, then Hampton Bays and then Southampton. So it's just a conglomerate of towns that comprise the Hamptons. All high end, high rent district towns, put it that way. Yeah, Rodri, I know that Hampton, I've heard it, and like everything else, came from over there, came from across the pond. Yes, David, but really, like I was saying before, like me personally, I'm a Brooklyn Queens kid, born and raised my whole life, still here. Um, I don't go out to the Hamptons during the summertime. It's very, 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 very bougie. It's high, high, high end. It's extremely expensive, but it's for that crowd. It's for that glamorous, very, very high end crowd. And the beaches are beaches, but they're not like you're not going to just go stroll the boardwalk like you would in a um, Jersey Shore town or something like that. We have a beach in Brooklyn. We have Coney Island. And then we have a beach in Queens. We have Rockaway Beach, Bell Harbor, Reese Park, Far Rockaway. So it's for a certain segment of society, mainly a segment of society that would have a second home out there, like that type of society. yes, that's the escape out east, out to the Hamptons. That's where everyone goes. You can go out there to party. You can go out there to just have dinner, but it's more of a status symbol than actual enjoyment out there. It's not like there's a huge thriving nightlife out in the Hamptons. There are spots you can go to. There are late night restaurants and stuff like that. Um, it's strange. It's a strange dynamic. New Yorkers, people from here would understand what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to explain. It's really just for it's for the rich and famous. The Hamptons. It doesn't really offer you much if you're not rich and famous. If you have another house out there, it's great because you can escape the city and you really feel like you're getting out. You feel like you're in Pennsylvania out there. It's a whole other world. It's relaxing. It's quiet. Minus the traffic. To me, it doesn't do much for me. The Hamptons. Um, yeah, Arlene. Yeah, I'm part of that riffraff, so they do a good job. Let me tell you. Me and my friends, we go to Far Rockaway, Bell Harbor, Rockaway Beach. Yeah. Even on Long Island, obviously, all Long Islanders, you have Jones Beach, you have Lido Beach, you have Point Lookout. So, you know, the Hamptons is just one of many options when it comes to summertime, beach areas. But it's definitely the spot where, yeah, if you made it big enough where you can buy something out there and pay a ridiculous amount of taxes every year, yeah, it's a great little getaway. But it was definitely designed to keep the riffraff out. That's for damn sure. Mike F, what's up, buddy? I've never been to Fire Island. Never been there. No, I know of someone that does have a house out there. He comes from big money. Um, but again, that's I from what I gather, there's a pretty vibrant nightlife out on Fire Island. Never been there though. Same idea where you feel like you've left New York City, you've left the area. Very isolated feel to it, islandy feel to it. I've never actually been to Fire Island. Haroon, how you doing? Haroon, that's an interesting comment. Never thought such a rich, poor thing is a big thing in the U.S. Um, so here's my two thoughts on that. The U.S. was created as a capitalistic society, meaning that I think the idea behind that is that let's just use me for example. Like let's say how I'm considered the riffraff. I'm not on the level of those folks out in the Hamptons. But, but, in the American society, in the way that it's supposed to function anyway, the fact that I wasn't born into that money doesn't eliminate me from ever becoming that. If you can make it, you can make it. It doesn't depend on what you came from necessarily. Coming from a lot absolutely helps you out. Coming from nothing is a detriment. But there's not a caste system in place where, you know, I can't marry a super rich woman just because it's just not acceptable. Or I wouldn't be allowed into a bar. I can go out to the Hamptons right now and I can sit at a bar in the Hamptons and I can hang out and no one's going to look at me and say you need to leave because you're not part of our caste system, so to speak. But at the same time, when you have a country that's been built on capitalism, it allows for the rich to become super rich, which is a great thing, I think, because why work? Why have any incentive, right? But generation goes by generation by generation by generation, and you've just amassed such crazy generational wealth within some families that I will never come close to being here. Never. Unless I hit the friggin' lottery, I'm not going to go and buy myself a house in the Hamptons. Even if I hit the housing lottery, I don't come from that, so I just wouldn't feel comfortable there. So it's not necessarily like in the U.S., I know it's I in the ideal situation, the blood you have, the family you come from doesn't foresee your future. Just because you come from a certain ilk or a certain class or a certain whatever, you're not pinned to that. You can move out of that. Hamptons is that perfect example. To me, I see Hamptons as just generational big money wealth out there that I just personally, you could tell I'm not from that, but it's not something that is on paper or actually practiced in terms of, you know, segregating against or discriminating against. There are. See, that's the thing. It's just going to be an expensive place to stay. For example, I've looked to stay out there for the night, and just for a bed and breakfast, maybe off season, maybe right now it's off season for a little bed and breakfast. You're gonna spend, I don't know, I'm throwing this number out there, $350 a night. Peak season during the summer, that same bed and breakfast is going to be, I don't know, $650, $700 a night. So, sure, regular folks can go. To be quite honest, regular folks will most likely go to Montauk, find something a little cheaper out in Montauk, or stay by Riverhead and then travel out to the Hamptons. The Hamptons is a very small geographical spot, so there's not a lot of options. There's not a Comfort Inn and a Holiday Inn, and it's very small, very, very small. Todd Father, how you doing, buddy? So most of the hotels out there are small, um, uh, boutique bed and breakfast type places, and it's just expensive. But just as expensive, say, going to Miami is super expensive. So if you want to go to Miami and stay right on South Beach on Collins Avenue, you're going to pay a premium, right? And not everyone can do that. Only certain people can do it. I mean, there's no law against it. Like, hey, no, you were born poor. You can't go there. Well, sure, you can go if you can afford it. It's just super expensive. Same thing with the Hamptons. But anyone can go. See, they make it difficult to just park. You can't just go and just park anywhere and just go walk to the beach. So there's a lot to it. I am on the Northern State Parkway. The closest town to me right now, going through, basically about to head through Hicksville. We just went through Westbury. Now heading to Hicksville, the 106, 107 area. But this is the Northern State Parkway. State Parkway. We're heading east. We're on the North Shore. We're going to have to go down to the South Shore because the Hamptons are on the South Shore all the way out. But Todd, Father, hope you well. But I appreciate that too. Also, please adopt a pit bull, save a life for sure. There's definitely there's as a true New Yorker, my answer to be like, no. If you're a regular person, you maybe go out there just to check it out. But there's nothing really. I mean, it's more a status symbol. It's more status symbol to be out there. Yeah, so these are the exits for 106, 107. To the north of us, Jericho. I didn't get a response back on that email, I don't think. I hope I'm not doing this all for naught. Oh, yeah, no problem. Thanks for the heads up. Okay. So we're going out there. I got 58 minutes on the ETA. Yeah, no, not the southern state yet, Mike. We're on the northern state because I had to make that stop up in Garden City Park. Otherwise, I just would have went southern state the whole way. Plus, you got only the 2 lanes here. typical of the northern state. Hide this out so you guys can see. And it gives an even chance to everyone. Yeah, Haroon, I think that's the idea behind it. That's definitely the idea behind the American dream is that um, what you're born into doesn't necessarily predetermine what you're going to be. And I know and I've learned that in a lot of societies that is the case. And I know from speaking to, I have a few Pakistani friends and a few Indian friends, and they can tell by your last name, and then like right away they could tell where you're from in the country, and then like what you're supposed to be, like whether or not you're supposed to be like wealthy or not, or this or that, or who you can marry. Can't marry that. That the father won't let you marry. Here it was supposed to be the melting pot in terms of opportunity, in terms of freedom. Um, at the same time, the rich and wealthy are going to, you know, develop areas and things that are meant for them, so to speak. Co-train, hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Co-train. Even though I know Yankees for life isn't happy you got a wrench in here with all your Red Sox talk, but that's fine. That's fine. I have sympathy for the Red Sox today because I played just as bad in darts yesterday as the Red Sox were this season, which was pretty bad. I was bad. I was 0 for 3 on the night. It was bad. It was a bad night of darts. Couldn't hit a shot. Couldn't hit a fat. Just didn't feel right the whole night. I was up on my tippy toes. Assassino. Exactly, right? Work hard and hope for the lottery. That's what I do. Hey, if the state's giving away all that friggin' money every day, I'm going to take a shot at it. I give them enough taxes, you know what I mean? I'm going to take this all the way out to the, could have got on the LIE there, but I think I'm going to go out to the Sagatos. Should be a similar ETA. Easier ride. Let's see. Oh, you're from Pakistan? That's cool, buddy. Yeah, no, my very, very, very good friend who pops into this chat quite often actually is Pakistani, and he has taught me a lot about that culture. It's fascinating with the food. You know what I've noticed also, the difference between American culture or even maybe just Western culture as to the Middle Eastern culture? You guys really take note of what you eat and what it does to your body. You truly take note of it in terms of like the halal and also, uh, kosher, stemming from the Middle East, obviously. All these things, he's taught me, but they revolve around like, no, that food can make you aggressive, so stay away from it. Or even the concept of not wasting food. I was taught that by also, I have an Indian friend also, which I think you guys are supposed to be like arch enemies or whatever. But he was explaining to me that it's so against his culture to take food onto his plate that he's not going to finish. Which, as you grow up Italian, you understand that. The Italian mom and the dad, they're slapping you. You better finish all the food on your plate. But like the Indian, it's like they take that really seriously. Where they need to give it out. They need to give that food away. Someone needs to eat it. It can't go to waste. And they, no, this food, the way the animal is prepared, they won't eat it unless the animal is prepared a certain way. Us as Americans, typically speaking, besides the health nuts, besides the people that are concerned with losing weight and that, but typically speaking, we don't view our food like that. We go to the supermarket, we see what's on sale. Does it taste good? Yeah, it tastes good. All right, let me eat it. We don't think of how was it prepared. Was it living when it was slaughtered? Was it dead? All those different things that go into it. We don't really think twice about that. I think more recently, ever since the diet craze and the obesity and the Big Macs at McDonald's, that's American culture. We supersize it. We supersize it, and if we don't finish it, toss it in the garbage. That's just the way we think about it. Yeah, no, Harold. I might even see my Pakistani friend tonight for game 2 of the Yankee game, and we'll order food. Me and the buddies, we're always ordering food, and obviously he's got to be watchful of what he eats, but at the same time too, I give credit because who's gonna say I'm sitting there, my other buddy's an Italian kid, we're sitting there, we're eating whatever we want. If he were to sneak something in, we're not gonna say anything, but yet he still holds true to his values of what he's gonna eat and what he can't eat and what he can't. And then when he does that fast, oh Maron, he fasts for they can't eat. He can't eat during the day. I think maybe it was Ramadan that I was thinking of. It's like, oh, buddy, you're gonna pass out. You gotta eat something. Oh man, yeah, but I found it fascinating too when I was working. Let me just check this out. Yeah, you know all the spots, Mike F. You know all those spots, baby. Yeah, no, and I guess just over time, to me, society is over time. They loosen. You see it. They move a little to the left. It's only bound to happen. It really is. But I'm sometimes I'm sitting there. I'm chomping on a cheeseburger. My buddy's having mahi mahi tacos, which are also delicious, and you feel bad, but hey, he's all for it. But I also, what else I found fascinating, the name thing, because when I was working in the city, I was working for a contractor in the city, and we had a few like foreign exchange students, students that my company was paying for their visas. Great deal. They were in from were they India? Yeah, they were in from India. A few of them, and they were explaining some things to me. And if I said, "Oh, I know someone from India," the first thing they would say is, "What's their last name?" And I would say the last name, and they would have an opinion on that person right off the bat, right off that last name. That's like here in America saying, "Oh yeah, I know someone from Texas," and oh, what's their last name? Oh, their last name is Smith. Oh, then they're definitely X, Y, and Z. Like no, no. I mean, even you could have people that have Hispanic sounding last names that are not Hispanic. You have, it was fascinating. It was just fascinating because they was, oh, what's his last name? Oh, Shaw. Oh, Shaw, yeah, they're from, the northern region of whatever, and they're probably, mid to upper higher level class, and telling me all about their family just based off their last name. It was fascinating. We don't have that here in America. We don't. Do we have the rich and the poor? Absolutely. I can argue all day that we really don't have a middle class here anymore. What's middle class? Like you're comfortable, you can pay your bills, but you can't really go on vacation every other month? Is that middle class? I don't know. What the hell do I know? Hey Angela, hope you are doing well. So we're still in the northern state. I'm going to take this at 3 more miles to the Sagatos. I'm doing what I told New York Mapper I was going to do. Still in the northern state, passing Northport. Over here, you'll have East Northport, Northport. Again, still on the North Shore. We still have to go south down to the southern state. If I run out of things to say, I'll throw some music on. Or if you're tired of what I'm saying, just tell me, I'll throw some music on. That's funny. You guys, that's true. That's true. I give you credit. I really do. The food culture is fascinating, though. It definitely is fascinating. And I'm not hating on the American culture at all. I am an American. I can just recognize differences. I can recognize differences. When I go to eat later, I'm gonna get enough food to make sure that I'm filled up, and if there's any left over, I will throw it in the fridge. After a couple of days, if it doesn't, it's gonna get thrown away. I'm sorry, but that's just the culture that I live in, that I'm from. I could absolutely appreciate your culture also. I'll walk into the cigar shop. If I walk into the cigar shop with my those are my Indian friends, and my buddy's there, he'll have like a pita bread, and he'll have some, I don't know, like some mished up, no meat. The guy eats no meat. He's got this little contraption going there with pita bread, and he's putting like this chickpeas and like tomato mixture on a pita bread and just eating it like kind of a nacho. If I walk in there, he's forcing me to eat something. Forcing me. He's like, no, you're hungry. You got to eat. You're hungry. You got to try something. You're hungry. You're hungry. You got to eat. He's like forcing it down my friggin' throat. As an American, I'd be like, all right, more for me. More for me. That's fine. You don't want any? It's more for me. That's fine. Nunzio, hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're doing all right, Nuns. And cousin Paulie, there he is, buddy. Oh, look at this. The whole crew's in town. Dindu, hope you're doing well, buddy. Scotty Briggs. Did I say hello to you, Scotty Briggs? I don't think so. All right, so we're getting on the Sagatos. Sagatos Parkway, this has got to take us south. We're going to take this down south to the South Shore. Out in Suffolk County. Suffolk County, Strong Island, as Matty Lad would say. A little nasty glare. That should go away, though, once we start heading east again. Oh! Oh! Look who it is! Everyone, please say hello to Ayaz. Ayaz, please say hello to everyone. Hope you're well, buddy. Hey, I don't know about this. What's going on? Why are you out this weekend? What's going on, bro? Hey, I just got into a discussion. We have friends here. I have a friend in this chat right now from Pakistan. I don't know if you were listening. Or as President, who is he? 43 would say? Pakistan, the proper way. And we were just discussing the different cultures and the way we eat. And how my Pakistani friends and my Indian friends I know from the cigar shop and the guys I used to work with, the foreign exchange students, they taught me a lot. So, Haran, maybe that just has to do with my, that I love geography and I love maps, maybe. But you're right, and I also know that Pakistan and India are arch enemies. Not only are they not the same, they're arch enemies in terms of their politics, their geopolitical thoughts. Put it that way. But yeah, it's the same thing with saying, a Puerto Rican and a Mexican and a Dominican and all very different cultures. I'm Cuban. My dad was born in Cuba. from the Cuban culture. So what I know of the Cuban culture is a lot different from the Puerto Rican culture or even the Dominican culture, to be honest with you. Yeah, similar, yeah, same language, yeah, but that's like saying that the Australian culture is the same as the American culture. We basically speak the same language, don't we? But you're talking about completely different islands. They're not even land. They're not even border. Look at what friggin' Dominican Republic borders. Haiti. Are they the same? They're on the same island. Island of Hispaniola or Hispaniola, whatever. Ha, co-train, I do. Not a lot though. Not a lot. But every once in a while I do. Not as my regular coffee. I remember I miss my grandmother. May she rest in peace. She, whenever you would go in that house, there would always be the ropa vieja going on the stove, the shredded beef. There would always be the fried plantains going, and she would already have the Cuban coffee roasting on the stove, and that chrome, you know what I'm talking about, that chrome looking coffee maker, and she would just have that thing roasting. Let me tell you something. Cuban coffee will put friggin' hair on your chest. I love it though. I love it. Love me some Cuban coffee. Cafe con leche, all that good stuff. Cuban, I'm Cuban B. Yeah, my dad was born in Havana. My grandparents came here with him and settled in Miami briefly, and then straight from Miami came up to Manhattan. My father learned to speak English in school. And they never taught me Spanish, so I could understand it. Don't start talking crap about me because I know what you're saying. But my mother's Italian from Bensonhurst, so there was really no Spanish being spoken in the house. My mother could speak. My mother speaks Italian, and then picked up the Spanish from being around my dad's family. Like, was able to kind of just use her Italian to pick up Spanish. So my dad could speak Spanish. My mother could speak Spanish and Italian, and I speak English. I like it. Oh man, yeah. And it's funny too because I don't think I look Hispanic. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really like a mixture. My dad is a dark, 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 dark Cuban. He's what you would call a black Cuban. He's dark. My mom is pasty white Northern Italian. Light like milk. So I'm kind of like right in between. But like people that speak Spanish, if I just if I'm on the street or if I'm at work or I go into a warehouse and there's Spanish dudes there, they will look at me and just start speaking Spanish to me. And I'm like, ¿qué pasó? I want to read that comment when I can. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's all about your environment. It's all about, yeah, no, for sure. Well, I didn't grow up, I, born and raised in Marine Park, Brooklyn. My neighborhood in Brooklyn was 99.99% either Italian or Irish. Every single person, every single person in my school growing up was Cousin Paulie. You're something else, Cousin Paulie. Every single person in my school, their last name either ended in a vowel or started with an MC. Irish and Italian. My whole neighborhood, my school, Irish and Italian, Irish and Italian. That was Brooklyn. That was me growing up. So I didn't grow up in a Hispanic neighborhood. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see. I could see that. But me, I mean, you think like I've heard I looked Egyptian. Egyptian. I don't even like. I was like I've heard it a couple of times actually. It's kind of like Egyptian. I look like a pharaoh. What? I don't understand. Your cousin Paul. Yeah. You do, especially when you grow that beard out, Ayaz. Especially when you grow that beard out. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ayaz is one of my best friends in real life best friend, no doubt about it. Ayaz and I are on the same softball team too. We play softball together. I just spilt water all over my watch. I hope that's not an issue. How did I just do that? How did I just spill? Ugh, I think this thing's water resistant. Yeah, yeah. How did I just do that? Cousin Paulie's salted cod. I've had salted cod, but you know what? I had that. You know what? Actually, Cousin Paulie, I had that, and Co-Train might know, but I had that from my ex-wife's cousin is Portuguese, 100% Portuguese, right off the boat. Like I said, Co-Train, there's a ton of them in Mineola, where I just was. They're all there. For Christmas Eve, she would make like these cod balls, I guess, like cod empanadas or fried cod that she would leave out at home. Leave out, hey, Claudio Perry, here's our first cop. Here you go. Here's a state trooper right there. Right on the right. There you go. State trooper. It only took about an hour to see a cop. There you go. Pulling someone over that was probably speeding. But, yeah, the cod, and it would be like a salty cod and like a breadcrumb. And yeah, right? Like, what do you mean I look Egyptian? Look at Todd Father, no. No. I've never been to Buffalo. The closest I've been to Buffalo is probably Plattsburgh, New York. I've been up there a bunch of times, but I've never been to Buffalo, and I've never tried the Buffalo pizza. I would love to try it. I'm still trying to get down to Philly to try some more of that stuff down there. I've tried quite a bit already, but yeah, Cousin Paulie. All right, so we are getting on this. We were on the southern state, so what we're getting on now. This is anyone that's into maps will like this. This is fascinating now. So what we're getting on now is Route 27. Route 27 is what we started this trip on. Conduit. Route 27 is the service road to the Belt Parkway. So when I get off the Belt Parkway, or right before I get on the Belt Parkway, when I say I'm on Conduit, and I'm like right by the casino, if you guys remember when I go to the casino, or we're right by JFK on Conduit, that's Route 27. So Route 27 is Conduit. Well, it's a bunch of things coming through Brooklyn. It's the truck route. Then it becomes Conduit, the service road to the Belt. It comes all the way out here, and it goes all the way to the end. This is the road that if you want to go all the way to Montauk, you need to be on this. Out here, it's referred to as Sunrise Highway. Sunrise Highway. So we're going east on Sunrise Highway. As you'll see, this sign right here is going to tell us we're going towards Montauk. So this would take us all the way out to the end. This town that we're in right now is I think like Little River or something. I don't know. But we're out. We're in Suffolk County. We're pretty far out east and going even further out east. And we're going to start to get into the part of the ride. I forgot who it was earlier in the chat that respectfully said that this is a very boring ride out east, which he's correct. I understand what he was saying in a respectful way. It's kind of like taking Route 80 through Pennsylvania. It's boring. Boring. Like this trip, there's not much to see. You go through the pine barrens and you see trees and a lot of flat land and open space. So, which is why also I said if this conversation gets stale or if you're just tired of hearing me talk, I could always uh, thank you, cuz I can always throw some music on. Although if I do that, I would then have to cut that portion out of the tape. So this is Sunrise Highway heading east. We are on the south shore of Long Island, east towards the Hamptons. Hey, Roger. A little tilt going on here. Killing my OSU. Hey, David S. Cameron. Back for a little more torture. Yeah, so coming up, I'll just name the towns as as we see them on the map. Yeah, no, and also too, I told I think Thindu, because Thindu usually does his Thursdays, so I know he's going to be going on, so I'll hop on with him also. But I don't know if I'm going to have any words left. I'm already on my third bottle of water right now. We're out here in the Islip area, MacArthur Airport, Ronkonkoma, Sayville, good old Suffolk County. 19 likes, all right, not bad. I see 19 people in here, 19 likes. I'll take it. Please hit the like button. Either hit it once or 3 times. Please don't hit it twice. Damn, really, Claudio Perry? All right, nice. Thank you, everyone who subbed. I appreciate it, really do. That went up quite a bit. $5.49, awesome. Yeah, Claudio Perry, I blame myself really just because of the inconsistency. Like me taking a week off, you could just tell the algorithm doesn't like it. The algorithm was really, really helping me out. Every time I went live, it was really bumping the numbers up. I was getting a bunch of subscribers. That's when I was being more consistent, going live every 3 to 4 days. Every 3 to 4 days, 3 to 4 times a week. That was really when the algorithm was being very, very, very nice to me. I give you guys credit that are able to stay on it and stay consistent. It's hard for me to do so. And then there's also some days where I'm in the car and I'm like, I want to be a listener. I just want to be a listener. Because that's what I am. I'm at heart and truly a listener of YouTube. I don't chat much. I listen. I don't get in the chat quite often, but I'll listen. But I am a listener, and I sometimes enjoy just being in the car listening. It's like, I don't want to go live. I don't want to talk. I want to listen. I want to be a viewer. But I appreciate that, Claudio, and I do think it's the algorithm saying like, hey man, you can't just take weeks off at a time and expect me to still love you like that. Brentwood High School, very cool. I think we're definitely further east of that now. We're already out by like Nichols Road, Stony Brook, the Holbrook, Patchogue area. We're getting out there. We are getting out there. Whoa! I was just gonna say, what exit are you at? Slow down. Exit 52 on Sunrise Highway. The exit for Waverly Avenue towards Holbrook or Patchogue. I think you're familiar with the area, NB. Hope you well. Yeah, Coach A, I know, right? I see when I slack on the YouTube, I actually I do work. Meanwhile, then work just winds up pissing me off, not making me any money anyway. So then I'm like, I'll go back to YouTube. I'm making any money anyway here anyway. So whatever. I gotta slack one way or the other, Coach Train. I have to slack one way or the other. I have to slack. It's either I'm slacking in real work or with YouTube. But it's very hard to keep them both going. No, I thought it was this one, 52A or 53. Wait, you don't know which one it is. What do you mean, NB? All these exits say Patchogue. I could get off this one. It would take me down to Patchogue, I think, right? What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was the first one. Yeah. I can't say I know this area very, very well, like all the little towns here, but we're crossing over Route 112 now. I've been to Port Jeff. Usually when I come out this direction, I'm going to Port Jeff. So I'm usually going to that Mount Sinai Road and I'm heading north. Usually don't go south. But from what I hear, that area down like that Patchogue and that, was it Bell Point, Blue Point? Very cool nightlife from what I hear down in your neck of the woods, NB. Ah, it's funny. Yeah, no, I like I said, I know you're from around here. I really don't know it well enough to be like, yeah, no, if you get off that exit, make a left and make a right, you'll end up at NB's house. And now the bar. That's St. Joseph's College is off to the right for you athletic fans. The baseball field, the sports complex off to the right here. St. Joe's College. But this now is the boring part. We are now about to enter into the Long Island Pine Barrens region. Let's see how much longer we have here. Yep, we got about 28 minutes, like I thought. So we have about a half hour of this. You coming in, Ford? You coming in? You going in? If you're gonna do it, at least hit the pedal. That's all I ask you. You can come in, just you know, just go when you come. We're on a highway, you know. D, what do you got going here? Ah, D. Look at this. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Fee, I'll be looking for your show. Or give you a ring or whatever. Am I starting to lose service already, guys? Claudio Perry, it is a bumpy road. This is made with, maybe, Fiendu would probably know this better, maybe even Co-Train. But this road, you can see it's that light colored, it's that old school concrete rather than asphalt. So yeah, it's very bumpy. All right, let me know, guys, if I start to glitch hard. It's probably going to be in and out, in and out. I'll try to keep an eye on it. But as we get out here, it'll be a little, okay, cool. Dan Moore, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dan Moore. See, I will. I'm going to be at this, I'm thinking right around 3 o'clock. Right around 3 is what I'm going to assume. Yeah, it's windy, too. Oof. Boy, is it windy. Slow down a little bit. Get a little carried away out here. My StreamYard's being a little annoying. Yeah, co-train. That's this is typical frost environment out here. They actually get worse snowstorms out here out east than we do in the city because there's less interference, less heat, less radiational heating. See now here the road changes here now, and they actually just redid this maybe about 3 or 4 years ago because it was that other style concrete the whole way out, and it was friggin' annoying. Uh, I think we skipped out for a second there. All right, let's see what town. So we're approaching Shirley. Shirley, you know Shirley. Yeah, Coach, I figured you would know a little bit more about that than I do. The only other, I worked on, I'm all interiors, so I worked on floor plans and stuff, estimating and big pothole, project managing, interior concrete pours with all the epoxy, all that. But I was more concerned about, maintaining a flat subfloor and estimating out the proper material and this, and that. In terms of outdoor stuff, it's not really not really. And yeah, obviously Thea would. I don't know if he necessarily does the concrete work. Thea. I mean, I'm an interior guy. The only experience I have exterior are whenever we've done paving jobs, like actual natural stone paving. Yeah, we still have to categorize all our interior products for frost environments, even if they're going interior, we still have to categorize because New York obviously gets cold. Oh man, you have a great evening, buddy, and it was nice having you in here, chatting it up. I really appreciate it. You have a good one, and hopefully we catch you on the next one, Harum. And I still hope I'm saying your name right because I've just stuck with Harum. I put the little on it in the one, but yeah, man, thank you, I appreciate it. The Long Island Pine Barrens region. This is where they get slammed with snow. Just be pine barrens. Nothing here. You don't want that, Mike F. You don't. Yeesh. I don't know how you people could listen to me speak. I can only imagine if I started singing. Oh my God. That'd be something else. That would be something else. Hey, Steven, what's up, bud? Welcome. And thank you to Assassinino. He always shares my streams, and I appreciate it. Really, really do. Ah, is it you have the same? What time? You must be a little later in. Oh no, what are you at? Like 10 o'clock at night right now, Rodri? I think you might be a few hours earlier than our friend Harun. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. 7:02 p.m. Yep. Okay, yeah. So you're a little ahead of our friend Rodri. You're not as far off as our friends in Australia. It's 2:03 in the afternoon. Oh, this wasn't a good move. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. 2:03 in the afternoon. Yep, everyone join. Dindu will be on 3 o'clock. I'll join the stream after my meeting. Fee, and then I have a. I'm not going all the way back to Queens. I'm gonna stop at my buddies on Long Island for the Yankee game tonight, so I don't have the ride all the way back. But I will have a good ride back, and then I have a conference call. A work conference call at 5 o'clock. Don't you love when they make work conference calls at 5 o'clock? So I'll have plenty of time though, because I'll be at my stop here at like 2:20, 2:25. I'll be in there for hopefully no longer than a half hour. I'll hop on with you at 3. We'll drive to where kind of where my buddy lives. Shut it down at 5 o'clock at least. I'll go on my meeting. Then I'll go to my buddies. I gotta mix in food at some point here. At some point I gotta mix in food. I had a nice egg McMuffin this morning. There's nothing. I love a nice classic egg McMuffin. Speaking of American food, what's more American than a nice friggin' #1 from McDonald's? Egg McMuffin, nice hash brown, and a large coffee. The egg McMuffin, it's timeless. That Canadian bacon in there, and they put a nice amount of cheese. Oh man. So yeah, I had a nice little egg McMuffin, but I gotta get something else. See, this is one of those days where I ate early, so now I'm hungry. The other days where I get in the car, I go, I don't eat, and then I'm like, it's freaking 6 o'clock at night, I didn't eat yet. But not today. I feel like I want to munch like a friggin' eat like a rabbit today. Alrighty. Definitely a nice clear sky today, that's for sure. Yeah, buddy, you know it, man. The nice, greasy, salty hash brown is the best. Oh, man. Love me a nice egg McMuffin. Yeah, and a Big Mac. Yeah, that's right. I go at #1. If it's breakfast time, the #1's the egg McMuffin. If it's lunchtime, the #1, you got yourself a Big Mac. Nice and easy. Which, whatever happened to the all-day breakfast? That didn't last very long. Now at the place on Cross Bay Boulevard, if you get there at 10:31, forget about it. You're not even getting a hash brown. Yeah, I've been on a pasta kick lately, though. I've been making a lot of pasta. Yeah, so here's what I do, Mike F. When I'm craving like that sausage taste, I'll go the sausage on the McGriddle. Although I love your call with the sausage McMuffin, because you're just substituting, the Canadian bacon out for the sausage. That's a great call. Me personally, I'll move to the McGriddle if I want to go sausage. But the sausage patty's good too. This is more what I'm feeling. Definitely been on a pasta kick though. I've been cooking a lot. See, I should be recording myself cook and like putting up shorts or whatever, but I feel like it just doesn't go on my channel. I feel like if anything, that should be like a second channel. Eat almost something like Action Kid does. Those of you that watch Action Kid, he has his main channel, and then he has Action Kid Extra, And then when he goes to like sit down and eat, or if he wants to talk about something a little different, he'll do it. Extra channel has like, I don't know, 10,000 subs on it on the extra one. But I'm always thinking, it just really doesn't vibe with my channel at all. Like my channel is it's a driving channel. We drive, like, me dropping anything having to do with food. I might do like a driving extra, kind of like how um, Action Kid has the extra. And then because I cook a lot, I do cook a lot. I almost every night. My girlfriend is a wonderful cook, but she's friggin' working all the time. I just do it. I love it. I love it, so I'll do it too. But I'm constantly cooking, and I'm a pretty good cook. I'm not gonna lie. You know, and I'm always thinking like, I should have this videotaped or whatever, because I see some people, they put up these shorts where they just cook a steak, they put up the short, they get like 20,000 views. But again, I don't know. I just don't think it vibes with my channel. I really don't. Unless I'm out like on the street, like at a hot dog stand or a halal stand, I don't know. Yeah, you think the second channel? Yeah, I might. I already have it. I have the channel there. There's nothing on it. But maybe I'll do some stuff there. I don't know. I'll probably just slack like Cotrain says. I really wish I could put 100% effort into this. I really could. Whoa, I just swerved. Whoops. I really do. Like I wish. I've tried to avoid that pothole, but I ended up on the wake you up things. You heard that? That's meant to go up if you swerving off the road. But I really wish I could go balls to the walls, do this, like really kind of like get myself up. That intro that I use, that I know Cousin Paulie hates. I'm pretty sure Coach Shane hates my intro also. I know Tommy Steaks thinks it's too long, but he can go scratch. I'm just kidding, Tommy. And that intro, like when I first taught myself all this, like how to kind of do like minor edits and kind of how to just do it, I sat down and I just put the intro together, just right on the spot. And I've just been using it ever since then. Just because I haven't been able to go back. I want to take certain clips from certain shows, or I know that I could if I sit down and I bury myself nice, better intro, changing my profile picture, maybe changing the background picture, I could do it. I can't. And coaching, I joke around with like the slacking and the work, but it's true. Like that's 5-6 hours that I could be really focusing on like my job. And I'm in the sales world, so I make the money that I make. I make the money that I put the effort into. So, it's a give or take my job, my real world job. So to sit there and just focus really hard on a few hours, just crunching and doing it on YouTube, I want to, but then I feel like a jerk because I'm not sitting there putting that time into real life. And we're talking just free time, just the free time. We're not talking the time where I'm actually working or like I'm with my daughter or shit like that. Like I'm talking free time. Like, oh wow, I got like maybe 5 hours free. I can bury myself in the computer and really get this done. I can't. I can't do it. Mike F. Really? Coach, you know you love that. What's more? I mean, I understand this is a driving channel and that's the subway, but what's more New York than that? That's an actual subway recording. That's a recording from the New York City subway. I mean, what's more New York than that? But in all seriousness, Coach Train, like I put that thing together thinking like, all right, let me just teach myself how to do this. And then, in a week or two, whatever, I'll make something cool. And I just haven't. I've just stuck with it. That's my intro. Oh, man. I was wondering what Thindu was responding to. But it's true, man. Hey, content is content. Real life people doing real life things, maybe being a little goofy every once in a while is content. Not, it's content. It's content. And look at the views you get, Thindu. It's true, though. It's very, very true. See how my ETA is going here. Oh, I got an answer I was waiting for from work. So I have a customer. We had a board up in a friggin' customer's showroom that was showing four different types of stone on Hampton Bays. This is the exit for 24. So this is the exit for 24 to either go down to Hampton Bays or to up towards Riverhead Cableton. So we are now, Mike F. We might be just north of. Let's see. Yeah, we are. We're technically in the Hamptons now. We just crossed over. We just passed Hampton Bays, heading into Southampton. So now this is, I guess, technically, the Hamptons. Just past Hampton Bays, about to be approaching Southampton. On the map, it actually says Tuckahoe, which is odd because there's another Tuckahoe, New York, up by Teresa Murphy. Yeah, Coach Train, you're right about that. You're definitely right about the shorts. And just the way they pop up on the phone, like they'll just come up on the phone and they'll just start playing without you even clicking on it. The shorts and they're going to start monetizing the shorts starting, I believe, next year in 2023. But you're going to have certain criteria. So like then you'll also be able to monetize on the shorts, but you're going to need certain watch hours on your shorts. So, someone like Dindu, he's going to have that because he's been pumping out all these shorts now. These signs are new. Anyone from the area, these are new signs. These are for the Shinnecock Indian Reservation. So this here is reservation land, the Shinnecock. Those of you golf fans will recognize Shinnecock Golf Course, which is out here. I went to the U.S. Open. What was there? Was the U.S. Open there? Or was it the first round of the playoffs? I forgot now. I think it was the Open. I think it was the U.S. Open. No, it wasn't the Open. It was the playoffs. I don't know, but it was like 5-6 years ago. The PGA Tour was out here at Shinnecock. It was windy. It was one of the windiest days on a golf course I've ever seen. Windy as all hell. That's all right. He knows he's gonna figure this one out. They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy on you. So, alrighty. Well, we're definitely getting close. This is good. So here is where the highway is no longer a highway, and it turns into, the two-lane road that will travel all the way out to the end to Montauk. So, like I said, we're just hitting the Hamptons now. To get all the way to the end, 40 minutes from here. Again, on a road, 35-mile-per-hour speed limit, just like this, just like you're seeing right now, where it's not a highway, no longer a highway. Yeah, out here. So, Rodri, out on Long Island, out on the East End, there are a few Native American reservations. A lot. There's a huge, huge, huge Native American influence here on Long Island. You can tell just by the names of the towns. A lot of the towns are named after Native Americans. Mineola, Massapequa, Setauket, Syosset, Amagansett, Hop Hog, all different names that are named after Native Americans. The towns, you can see it everywhere. But out east, out here, we always knew from Queens because you can always come out here and get cheaper cigarettes. But, you know, yeah, there's a bunch of reservations out here. And that one we just drove through was the Shinnecock. But I'm actually quickly approaching where I need to go. We're here in Southampton. Lamping in the Hamptons, baby. So as soon as I'll get in, I'll pull into a spot, and then I'll say my goodbyes. Alrighty, always fun coming in here. Always fun, always fun. Look at all that, all that thing, dude. Look at all this stuff here. Oh yeah, this guy with his. Alrighty, let's see if I can get nice and close because I got a lot of junk to bring in here. That's for damn sure. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm here. Thank you very, 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 very much for taking the ride with me. It made it that much more enjoyable. I will see everyone over at the Theme Dude channel. When I get here, I'll hop on his. I'll hop on his chat. Yeah, Code Train at the. That's the playoffs, the end of the year, right? The first round is always in the New York City region, and then the second round, right, I think goes up to Boston, and then the third round is always in Atlanta, I believe, or something like that. I know the championship's always around Atlanta, but the first round of the playoffs, the PGA will always come up to the New York area. Hey, I thank you, Mike F. That's very nice of you, buddy. Really, really appreciate it. Head over to Theme at 3. We'll get a little more on the way back, maybe a little sunset action. We'll see. Cousin Paul, hey, yo, cuz, I'm just about to sign off, my man. Just about to sign off. But yeah, the Deutsche Bank. Yeah, so the one, what was the one in New York? They changed the name of it. Barclays? Is it the Barclays or something like that? Yeah, Rodri, I'll see you over there. Yeah, Phillies. Look at you. Look at you, cuz. Look at you, you Phillies. Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? All right, yeah, I'll see you over there, Raj. And cuz, I'm gonna hop on Thieves when I leave here around 3 o'clock. If you need the link, just let me know. But all right, everyone. I'll see you. I gotta go. These people, to quote Vinny Bracco, these people in this store are staring at me like I'm the friggin' Yule log right now. All right, guys. I'll see you. Peace out.